Welcome everyone, let's just jump right in today because we're tackling a massive misconception about building websites. You see, top-tier SEO agencies out there, like the pros over at Viral Chili, they actually know a huge secret that most website owners completely miss. And that is, the website builder you choose, it isn't just a design choice. It is fundamentally an SEO decision. So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how and why Breakdance Builder actually boosts your Google rankings in 5 specific ways. Okay, so let's start with a really hard truth. You might have literally the most stunning website on the internet, right? Gorgeous graphics, super smooth animations, absolute perfect typography. But here's the catch. If the code underneath all that beauty is bloated and heavy, Google is going to bury you in the search results. It's a classic case of beauty being only skin deep.
To understand exactly why this happens, we have to talk about core web vitals. These are the exact technical metrics that Google uses as a ranking signal to judge your site. They purely measure page speed and stability. Notice what's missing there? Google absolutely does not measure how visually impressive your site is. It strictly measures how fast it loads and how stable it is when a user actually interacts with it.
I like to think of it like this. Those older, heavy visual builders, they're like beautiful sports cars, but they're driving around with their trunks completely full of bricks. I mean, they look great on the outside, sure, but they are sluggish and completely weighed down by excess baggage under the hood. Breakdance Builder, on the other hand, is an aerodynamic race car. It's stripped down, lean, and built for pure performance from the ground up. It carries exactly what it needs and absolutely nothing more. So here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to cover clean code, performance controls, dynamic structure, scoped CSS, WooCommerce support, and finally, how to build your complete foundation.
Starting us off with number 1, clean code, the foundation.
You know, every single visual builder out there writes code in the background while you're just dragging and dropping things on the screen. But the big problem is that heavy builders generate an incredible amount of bloat. We're talking layers upon layers of unnecessary wrapper divs, inline styles scattered everywhere, and redundant markup. It just inflates your page size massively. But Breakdance Builder outputs incredibly lean, clean markup. It literally gives the browser exactly what it needs to render the page, with significantly less code bloat getting in the way.
And the crucial point here is that this clean code translates directly into faster load times. And those faster load times, they directly boost the very specific core web vitals metrics that Google has confirmed actually influence rankings. So we are talking about largest contentful paint, which is basically how fast your main image loads, cumulative layout shift, measuring if your page jumps around, and interaction to next paint, which tracks how quickly your buttons respond. Sites built with Breakdance just consistently score higher on these exact metrics.
Moving right along to number 2. Performance controls, built-in optimization.
Normally, SEO agencies, again, like the experts at Viral Chili, they have to rely on a really complicated stack of third-party performance plugins just to fix all the bloat that a standard builder creates. But with Breakdance's performance arsenal, you don't need those band-aids. Right out of the box, you can just disable scripts and styles on pages where they aren't even needed, you control exactly which elements load above the fold, and you can granularly manage how and when JavaScript executes. It puts you totally in the driver's seat without having to write any custom code.
Why does this matter so much? Because fewer plugins mean fewer software conflicts, fewer security risks, and just an overall leaner site. When your performance optimization is built directly into the builder itself, that messy stack of compensation plugins becomes completely unnecessary. So your natively lean site automatically scores way better on performance audits and, you guessed it, ranks higher in search results.
Okay, number 3, dynamic structure, SEO-friendly output.
How do search engines actually read those beautiful pages you're putting together? Well, Breakdance doesn't just make things look good. It actually organizes them logically. It integrates deeply with WordPress custom fields and dynamic data sources. That means it pulls dynamic data into proper semantic HTML structures. Your heading tags, your paragraph tags, all of it maintains a super clean hierarchy. And when your structure is mathematically clean like this, Google can easily crawl it, totally understand the context of your content, and then accurately index your target keywords. Now for number 4, scoped CSS, minimal overhead.
Scoped CSS is honestly nothing short of revolutionary for site speed. See, traditional page builders take this massive brute force approach. They load their entire giant style sheet on every single page, completely regardless of whether those styles are actually being used or not. It's so incredibly inefficient. But Breakdance uses scoped CSS. That means it only loads the exact styles relevant to the elements that are actually sitting there on that specific page. It completely eliminates unnecessary CSS overhead that normally inflates your page weight and slows everything down.
And this is a technical advantage that pays off everywhere, because Google evaluates page speed across your entire domain to assess your overall site quality. And consistently fast-loading pages across every single URL, that sends a massive signal to Google. It proves you have a well-maintained, high-quality site. Over time, that consistency builds immense trust with the algorithm.
All right, let's look at number 5, WooCommerce, structured commerce.
If you're running an online store, listen up, because generic templates are often a total disaster for SEO. Breakdance actually supports WooCommerce natively, giving you full control to build truly structured product and archive pages. Because you get this granular control over semantic markup, you entirely eliminate the duplicate content issues and thin product descriptions that are constantly plaguing generic WooCommerce setups and causing Google to devalue store pages.
And here is a jaw-dropping number for you. Just a 1-second improvement in your page load time can lift conversions by up to 17%. Literally, technical SEO directly translates to revenue. When you use a high-performance builder like Breakdance to shave seconds off your product loading times, those gains translate straight into measurable, significant business growth.
Bringing it all together with number 6, the complete foundation, your SEO strategy.
Breakdance is your technical powerhouse, right? It's handling your speed and semantic HTML. But for a truly bulletproof setup, the kind that top-tier agencies like Viral Chili deploy every day for their clients, you want to pair Breakdance with a dedicated SEO plugin like Rank Math or Yoast. Breakdance gives you the blazing speed, and the plugin steps in to handle your meta titles and schema markup. Together, they create a flawless, highly competitive SEO strategy.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought to ponder. If the code generated by your builder directly dictates your Google rankings, can you really afford to treat it as just a design tool? The right builder is an SEO decision. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer today, and I really hope this changes how you approach building for the web.